Hey everybody, this is another Goosebumps Series 2000 book review. This is Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 2. This is a little bit different setup because if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would know I actually had a leak in my library, so I had to move all my books to my bedroom. So it's actually where I'm at now, doing this video. So, yeah. Um, this book here actually surprised me. I actually read this when I was a kid. In fact, I had this books probably since I was like 7, 8 years old, and this is a book that I got at this. I told you guys the story plenty of times, but there was this little thrift store that was down the road from my parents' house, and they had a bunch of Goosebumps Series 2000 books for 25 cents a piece, and they had other books too for 25 cents a piece, other Goosebumps, and this one I actually had part two of the Invasion of the Body Squeezers books, and I've never read part one until this year. I have read part two, but I was like really young, and honestly, I don't remember much about it. So I wanted to show off this cool insert thing that it's got. I also love the. I'm probably gonna try to remember to do this to every Series 2000 book, but to show off the little monster picture you got there. But yeah. When I read this as a kid, I didn't love it or hate it, and I honestly didn't remember much about it. As an adult, I don't see how I forgot this because a lot of stuff happens in this book, and it's very good. Most of the book is a little meandering and mediocre to me. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something that I've already read about before. So, I mean, I've read about all these before, but still, the story starts off right where we left off. There's this like prologue thing telling us all of the stuff that happened in the previous book. About Mr. Fleshman being this movie director instead of a FBI agent is what the other guy, Jack, the main character, is what he thought. It tells us all about how he's seen a monster in Mr. Fleshman's house who lives next door. All that good stuff. There's this at the end of the book of the last one. There is this meteorite that this kid finds, and it cracks open, and this is where we're at now. It cracks open. There's this lizard monster thing that comes out, and Jack is scared, so he takes off running. And his teacher appears at his door. His teacher just came by to check on him because he's seen that he left, and was really worried about him. And he tells the teacher, there's an alien invasion. There's an alien in my bedroom, whatever. And the teacher, of course, doesn't believe him until the alien actually shows its face. And the teacher is mesmerized, and he goes up to the alien to try to be friends with it. And the alien hugs him. And the alien takes his claws, sticks them in the teacher's back, and gets inside of the teacher and possesses his body. And yeah, that's basically the start of this story. After this, Jack has to avoid hugging these alien creatures and all this crazy stuff. So he goes next door to Mr. Fleshman because he thinks that's the guy that can help him. He tells him what's going on, and Mr. Fleshman tells him not to worry. These aliens are going to be gone before you know it. He said, just write down as many names as you can that you know that's been possessed. And on the way, as that teacher was leaving, he hugs the mailman and so on. And these aliens, he notices, they start talking with like a stutter to them, like a like that, like a T stutter. And they have green gooey stuff like popping out of their ears, like green bubblegum is what it's described as. So yeah. After this, he tells Mr. Fleshman what's going on. And Fleshman tells him, not to worry. He starts making notes, and we get some scenes where there's these friends slash bullies that are with him, and they invite him to go swimming, to join like the swim team or whatever, and they end up going, and they don't get in the water, and so that kind of ties into the ending, but it's kind of a twist. So I'm not gonna really say much about that, but basically what happens is the whole town gets like possessed. There's the mailman that I spoke of. There is, a bunch of teachers. There's police officers, his dad. There's a mayor. All of these people get infected with this alien thing going on. And that's most of what this book is. It's a body possession story, which isn't bad. Goosebumps does that all the time, but I didn't mind it. It was fine for what it was. What I liked about this book was the ending, because there is 3 twists that I didn't see coming. And one of the twists, the only reason I knew about it was because there is a third book in this trilogy called Revenge of the Body Squeezers. And if you guys seen the cover for that, you'll know what I'm talking about. Or if you've read this book, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that's the only way I would have figured out that twist. There's a twist involving a certain character being something else, and there's a twist involving a way to defeat the aliens that isn't the way to defeat them. And I thought that was kind of random, but I did think that the twist involving the character, a certain character, was really really good, and I don't see how I didn't remember that. But yeah, Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part Two was a lot better than. I mean, it was better than Part One. I don't think it was a lot better than Part One, but with the twists and everything, it's kind of formatted in a different way, in my opinion. Like the beginning was pretty decent, the middle kind of, it was very repetitive. And the other book, from what I remember, the beginning was excellent, and then towards the end, it kind of got meandering. But yeah, I give Invasion of Body Squeezers Part 2 a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really good. I actually can't wait to read the third one. I thought I'd be burned out by it, but I think I'm going to try to fit in the third one soon. But yeah, that's Invasion of Body Squeezers Part 2. Please let me know in the comments below if you've read this book. Yeah, I look forward to reading some more. And yeah, guys, see you next time. Bye.